Well, we do love youngsters like that are building our communities. But of course, in building our communities, we must also talk about things like wedding rings and engagement rings. And that's what we're talking about right now with Dr. Eve. And we encourage your calls, 083-913-3728. Now, earlier on, we were discussing, Dr. Eve, can one make the same level of commitment to a loving relationship without rings? Yeah,
there are different forms of signs of commitment in different communities. So what I'm thinking of is the BDSM community, which is the bondage, discipline, sadomasochistic community. They wouldn't wear a traditional ring, but what they do is something called collar me. So they would be putting on like something that resembles a collar or a necklace, which is symbolic of saying, I am collared to you.
Okay.
So, and in different cultures, there are different symbols. It might be a nose ring. It might be a bracelet. It could be anything.
Now, given all of those different symbols that you've just described, what happens if you as a person, let's say as a guy, you cannot afford, and I'm referring to a ring because I'm traditional like that, and I can't afford a ring. Should that discourage me from popping the question?
No, I think that would be a terrible thing. And I also really object to the fact that people put so much money and value into this ring, especially if you're a younger couple. Right. And you're going to go into debt before you've even got married to be able to pay for this thing called a ring.
We've got Wanele on the line calling us from Joburg. Good morning to you, Wanele.
Good morning, Katlego. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you, and thank you for the call. What is your question or your comment about this topic?
Basically, my comment is that I feel that it should be done out of love and respect for your partner, because I'm a bit of a feminist, so I'm not really into a guy buying me a ring. I would rather we just do our thing. If we want to get married, let's get married. Let's not put all the nitty-gritties in it. Just be straight to the point. However, because he loves and respects me, he did that for me.
And then, so what happens when it comes to things like tradition then, motlomong lobola or something like that? So where you say, as your feminist point of view, what about that?
I honestly don't believe he should be paying lobola, but he's doing it anyway. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So out of respect for my family and respect for our relationship and how much he loves me, that's how he wants to show it to me. I would prefer that he does a different thing or go a different route, but because he's also traditional, I think he feels that that's his place.
All right. Well, thank you very much for your comment. We really appreciate it, Wanele.
Yeah, she's showing respect for what he wants to do, but they're having a conversation about it, which is a good thing. And she's not like investing all of her hope in this thing called a ring that is going to be the answer to a happy marriage.
You know, Dr. Eve, there's just so much pressure from external forces like family and friends that determine the way in which we choose to do things, where it should be our own choice. But
you know what, Katlego, there is something that is undeniably different when one puts a ring on. There is a sense of you feel different about the relationship. The relationship is elevated to another level, and the community see it as being different as well. People around you treat you differently. They take you more seriously.
We are going to continue with this conversation after the break. A very interesting question that Dr. Eve posed, and we'll hope to get an answer from her. When you've given that engagement ring and the engagement doesn't work out, should you give it back? Give us a call, 083-913-3728. We'll be back after the break.